Hey guys, just wanted to do a little video today that's quite personal but really important, and I think if you're out there struggling with this, I hope this can help, and that is the experience of living with an alcoholic parent. Now, this sort of topic is never easy to discuss, but I know there are lots of other people out there that are going through similar situations, and if I can maybe help just one of you, then, it'd be worth it. As I know firsthand with my mum, living with an alcoholic parent, it can be really overwhelming, very confusing, and very painful. If you're in the situation, you might feel like you're walking on eggshells every day. You don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't want to do the wrong thing. You're never quite sure what version you'll see that day. You wake up in the morning and you're like, what will it be today? It's like Pandora's box. And that's the issue. Alcoholism doesn't just affect that person, it affects everyone around them, and as kids and teenagers already going through a lot, it can be really tough, to handle those emotions and those responsibilities. They're meant to be the parent, they're meant to be the safety, and you're not getting it from there. So where do you turn? And it can really mess up your mind. So I think it's important to talk about these things. So I remember feeling a whole mix of emotions growing up. There was anger, frustration, sadness, guilt, fear. I remember the guilt one, sometimes thinking maybe I could do something different, or maybe I could be a certain way and they won't drink as much. Maybe if I act differently, maybe if I do this or that, maybe I can kind of stop her drinking that way. But the thing is, it's not our job to do that, and it's not our fault either. Alcoholism is a disease, and no one person can control it or fix it alone, except the alcoholic themselves. So understanding that is a really big step, I think, in trying to forgive yourself and trying to deal with the trauma that you're going through, or have been through as a child. So as I was saying, day to day with an alcoholic parent is so unpredictable, like it's crazy. Sometimes they're present, loving, and they're supportive, and other times they're just like totally distant or even hurtful. Something that really helped me was to set small boundaries to protect myself. So if it was a particularly bad day, well, every day was bad, but if it was particularly bad, and I didn't feel safe and comfortable while my mum was drinking, I'd do things like go to my friend's house or lock myself in my room and try and do something I enjoy to take my mind off of that. It's not ideal. Little things like that used to help me get out of the situation and into my own head a little bit and enjoy myself. So yeah, creating those safe spaces for yourself can make a huge difference. Whether it's spending time with friends, working on a hobby, or just, getting outside. You need to find out what makes you feel calm. I think it's very important to make sure you talk to someone about it. I didn't. I was always very embarrassed, and I know it is embarrassing. So I always used to keep it to myself. Although all my friends and all my family knew my mum was an alcoholic, it was blatant to see. She would always start on my friends when they came over. She'd always start fights in the family. So everybody knew she had a drink problem. But if you're going through this, try and find people who make you feel safe and respected if your parent isn't giving that to you. Having a support system really makes all the difference, even if it's just, one or two people you can trust. I really advise that. You know, don't just sit in silence. Let people know how you feel. So, taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is key. You're living in a very stressful environment that can really wear you down. So, it's really essential that you need to focus on things that make you feel good. Okay, this could be anything: exercising, journaling. Mine was playing guitar. Mine was playing video games. Watching your favourite show. Lots of different things you can do. Whatever works for you, basically. You need to give yourself the permission to take a break from the stress that this can cause when you can. So yeah, that's just a real brief sort of little chat about it. I just want to have a little talk about it. There's a lot of other things maybe I'll go into in another video. That's just a little brief thing of what it's like living with a alcoholic parent and what you can do to try and help the situation, as dire as it is. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon.